If you don't answer this question with impact, you'll become instantly forgettable. However, if you do answer this question with impact, you'll become instantly magnetic and memorable. And hey, that question is, so what do you do? Whether you're at a conference, networking event, speaking to an industry peer for the very first time, I can guarantee it, my friend, that you will be asked that question. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to answer it. And in a way that is unique and that helps you stand out in a sea of sameness. So hey, without further wait, let's get into it. Now, where do we begin? Well, why not begin in October 2001 when Steve Jobs released the iPod for the very first time. Now, he didn't come out on stage and say, hey, look at the features of the product, look at the functionality of the product, and ram technical jargon down everybody's throat. No, he didn't do that. Instead, he did something different. He led with a metaphor. And that metaphor went viral. And social media wasn't even around then. But that metaphor went viral. And it's like having 1,000 songs in your pocket. And everywhere it was 1,000 songs in your pocket. Now, I'm paraphrasing what he said on stage, but the core message holds. It captured the eyes, hearts, and attention of people's audience, of his audience, rather. Now, here's why this matters to you, my friend, because when it comes to answering the question, so what do? We don't want to lead with features, functionality, and technical jargon, because the truth is nobody cares yet. Nobody cares yet. We need to earn the opportunity to share our company's story, vision, and mission. And for me, the best way to do that is by sharing a 12-second magnetic message, otherwise known as an analogy. Not a metaphor, an analogy, where we compare two things to clarify the problem we solve with our company or business and create more relatability with what we do versus ensuring it doesn't sound too abstract and boring, if I'm real, and boring. So what does a 12-second magnetic message actually look like? Well, back in 2023, I was working with the sales and customer success team of a SaaS company headquartered in San Francisco. And we were doing a boot camp at the time. So several sessions on how to use storytelling more effectively in their conversations. And session one was on how to craft their magnetic message. And they came up with so many beautiful different analogies. And one that we co-created together was the following. Oh, actually, I should preface this. This is for the avatar that they serve, product leaders, and for what they help them with, innovation. This is just one of their products. Individual that they served or serve, product leaders, what they help them with is innovation. But they can't lead with, hey, I help product leaders with innovation. That sucks when it comes to answering the question, so what do, right? It kind of sucks. It's boring. Instead, we co-created the following solution, or following response, rather. So, you know how Netflix, or rather, scratch that. So, you know how Blockbuster struggled to innovate and allowed Netflix to just crush them? Well, we actually prevent product leaders from turning their company into the next Blockbuster. Right? You're with me. You were feeling that, weren't you? You were feeling that. How cool is that? How different and unique is that? Less than 12 seconds, hopefully. Probably about 12-ish seconds there. But more importantly, it does the following. It creates the lean-in, the confusion, and the following response. What do you mean? Tell me more. I'm curious. Tell me more. And then you earn the opportunity to share your company's story, vision, and mission. You do not lead with that. We need to earn the opportunity to share that in a short, sharp, and punchy way. And the beauty is, when somebody asks the person opposite you, the one that you're communicating with, hey, you just spoke to Michelle. Well, what does their company do? Oh, okay, so you know how Blockbuster kind of went bust because they didn't allow for innovation and Netflix just crushed them? Well, what they do is they help product leaders prevent their company from becoming the next Blockbuster. It becomes transferable because it's sticky, because it's memorable. And hey, why? Because it's emotionally resonant, packs a punch, it's short, but also it's grounded in the message of avoidance of failure. Or rather, the analogy is grounded in the idea of avoiding failure. So what I would love to do is give you the template for creating one of your own, creating a simple analogy grounded in the avoidance of failure. So I've actually written it down for you right here, okay? It's going to pop up on the screen here. Bing! There you go, right here. It's going to pop up. You know how insert well-known company failed to what they didn't do, / blind spot, or / whatever the word is, and ended up, insert what happened to them. Well, we help, insert target customer, avoid that by insert transformation. It's that simple. It is that simple. Everybody can relate to the universal example of Blockbuster and Netflix, right? So think about the universal example that would be applicable for the problem that you solve and is grounded in the idea of the avoidance of failure. It's emotionally resonant. People don't want to become redundant. People don't want to be seen as yesterday's news. They want to be relevant. It hits home. It hits deep. So, hey, I hope this connected with you. I really do. And hey, what really matters after you share your 12-second magnetic message is that you've got the opportunity to have a more meaningful conversation and progress the conversation into one that serves you and the person opposite you and potentially your business if there's alignment. And that will lead to you telling a story that hopefully inspires action. And when it comes to telling stories that inspire action, where do you begin? Because it's a lengthy process. It really is. It's a lengthy process and it requires precision. It requires deep precision and care. And I've actually written about this in my upcoming book, Relationship Currency, the 5 communication habits for limitless influence and business success. And in habit 4, I specifically talk about how to tell stories that inspire change and inspire action in a punchy way. And this is very important. After you've shared your magnetic message, you also need something tight. You need a tight story. And hey, if this excites you, this feels in alignment, head on down to the description in this video to pre-order your book for the November release. Hope you enjoyed today. Hope you got some value from it. And hey, I'll see you next week. Peace.